back to my blog, where astrology meets attitude. I'm MayaTalkingCat, and today, we'll dive into the transformative energy awaiting you in 2026, a year defined by bold self-expression, unexpected opportunities, and deep personal rebirth. In this detailed forecast, we explore how Jupiter's expansion, Uranus' revolutionary shifts, and Pluto's powerful transformation will align to unlock new paths in your career, finances, relationships, and personal identity. Learn how to navigate Venus retrograde with confidence, embrace Uranus-inspired life reinventions, and release outdated beliefs that no longer serve you. Joining me as always is my trusted co-pilot Brian, ready to guide us through the stardust. Grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let him take it away. Brian, take the floor.
Thanks, Maya. You always know how to spark curiosity. Let's uncover exactly how these astral alignments will shape our paths and why embracing change could lead to magic. Dear Aquarius, you celestial rebel with a heart full of lightning and a mind that dances on the edge of tomorrow, listen. The universe has not merely whispered to you, it has roared. It has torn open the veil between who you were and who you are becoming, and declared with all the authority of a cosmic symphony conductor, this is your year, this is your decade. From February 17th, 2026 until January 31st, 2028, you stand at the threshold of a transformation so profound, so gloriously disruptive, that history will remember it as the moment you stopped waiting for permission and started writing your own myth. Forget incremental change. Forget slow evolution. This is metamorphosis on a planetary scale, a radical rewriting of your soul's operating system. And yes, darling, it will be messy. It will be exhilarating. It will involve shedding skins you thought were permanently glued to your bones. But this is not punishment. This is invitation. The stars have laid out a red carpet made of stardust and stubbornness, and they're expecting you to strut down it not gracefully, but defiantly, flamboyantly, with glitter in your hair and a manifesto tucked into your pocket. The sovereign self, where you become the architect of your own universe. For 7 long years, Uranus, the planet of revolution, chaos, and brilliant, unapologetic originality, has been haunting your 4th house, the sacred chamber of home, roots, and inherited structures. It shook your foundations, it rattled your windows, it made you question whether the house you built was truly yours, or merely the blueprint left by your ancestors, your ex-partner, or the societal script that said, this is how an Aquarius should live. But now on April 26, 2026, Uranus departs. With a final mischievous wink, he vanishes from your domestic sphere, leaving behind only the faint scent of ozone and the echo of broken chains. The ground beneath you no longer trembles, it sings. And then Jupiter, the benevolent giant of abundance, sweeps into your 7th house of partnership on June 30th, casting its golden glow over every relationship you've ever cultivated, with lovers, colleagues, friends, even your nemesis-turned-mentor. Suddenly, doors swing open, not because you knocked louder, but because you stopped asking for entry and began radiating sovereignty. This is not about finding someone to complete you, no. This is about becoming so magnetically whole that others instinctively gather around you, not to cling, but to collaborate. You'll find yourself surrounded by people who don't want to fix you. They want to build with you, to co-create, to launch ventures, art collectives, or underground libraries where books are read aloud while dancing barefoot in the moonlight. Your mission? Stop shrinking, stop apologizing for your brilliance, stop measuring your worth against the quiet, polite lives of those who fear their own light. If you've ever held back a project because it's too weird, if you've silenced your voice because no one will understand, if you've buried your dreams under piles of practicality like a child burying treasure under the garden shed, now is the time to dig it up. Dust it off, light it on fire, and let the ashes become fertilizer for your next, even more outrageous creation. You are not here to fit in. You are here to redefine what fitting means. The financial renaissance, when money learns to dance with your soul. For decades, Saturn and Neptune, those stern guardians of limitation and illusion, have hovered over your second house, the temple of personal wealth, resources, and self-worth. They taught you scarcity. They whispered that abundance was a luxury for the lucky, not the destined. But in January 2026, they finally depart. No more austerity. No more silent prayers over empty bank accounts. No more convincing yourself that your genius isn't worth paying for. Suddenly, the North Node, the guiding star of your soul's future path, settles into your second house, and the cosmos leans in and says, "Here, take this, you've earned it." Money flows differently now, not just more, but better. It arrives not as a burden, but as a compliment. Bonuses appear like unexpected birthday gifts from your future self. Clients pay you before you even invoice them. Friends ask, "How did you do it?" And you shrug, because honestly, you didn't do anything. You simply became aligned. You stopped begging for validation and started embodying value. And then Venus, your ruling planet, turns retrograde from October to November, swirling through your 10th and 9th houses like a sultry detective revisiting cold cases. She doesn't bring financial collapse. She brings revelation. You'll realize the salary you accepted wasn't your worth. The job you tolerated wasn't your calling. The client who undervalued you wasn't your audience. So you raise your rates, you speak your truth in boardrooms, you refuse to work for people who can't see your sparkle. And when you do, the universe applauds. This is not greed, this is grace. Let go of the belief that money is dirty. Let go of the guilt that comes with success. Money is simply energy, and you are a conduit of magnificent, radiant energy. Don't hoard it, don't hide it, let it flow. Invest in experiences, not just things. Buy the ticket to Iceland, hire the cleaner so you can write your novel. Pay for the therapist who helps you heal the part of you that still believes you're not enough. Because you are, and you always were. Love in the age of revolution. When hearts become laboratories, our love. The eternal paradox of Aquarius, you crave deep connection, yet fear losing your independence. You dream of soulmates, yet insist on keeping your own last name. In 2026, Pluto, the alchemist of transformation, resides in your first house, the very core of your identity. Meanwhile, Uranus, ever the provocateur, enters your fifth house of passion and play, and then, on August 18th, the entire axis of your karma flips. The North Node lands in your sign, the South Node in your seventh. What does this mean? It means your relationships are no longer mirrors reflecting old wounds. They are laboratories for new ways of being. You will meet people who don't ask you to compromise. They ask you to evolve. Perhaps you'll fall in love with someone who writes poetry on napkins and runs a drone delivery service for artisanal kombucha. Perhaps you'll leave a long-term partnership, not with bitterness, but with gratitude for the lessons, the laughter, the quiet courage it took to grow beyond each other. For those already coupled, the year demands radical honesty. If you've been tolerating emotional silence, intellectual stagnation, or passive-aggressive laundry piles, 2026 will not tolerate it either. The universe will nudge you, sometimes gently, sometimes with the force of a hurricane, to say what you've been holding back. I need space. I'm ready for more. I love you, but I won't shrink to make you comfortable. And guess what? The right ones will nod. The wrong ones will vanish like mist in sunlight. There will be moments of intense romantic drama, meetings that feel fated, declarations that come out of nowhere, proposals during thunderstorms or while skydiving. There will also be moments of profound peace, The kind that comes when two souls sit together in comfortable silence, knowing they've both chosen each other again and again without obligation. Love in 2026 isn't about possession, it's about partnership. It's about two free spirits deciding joyfully to share the same sky. Children and creation, when your legacy is written in wonder, not inheritance. Uranus, now residing in your fifth house, turns your creative expression into a cosmic playground. For those longing to conceive, this is not just a favorable year, it is a celestial green light. Pregnancy may arrive unexpectedly, like a surprise package delivered by a talking owl. Hormonal shifts may feel like alien invasions, but they are invitations to something deeper. The sacred act of birthing not just a child, but a new version of yourself. For those already parenting, your children are no longer small humans dependent on you. They are emerging sovereigns, artists, scientists, poets. Their interests may seem bizarre, collecting vintage typewriters, speaking to plants, launching TikTok channels on quantum physics. But trust me, these are not phases. These are destinies unfolding. Stop trying to guide them. Start witnessing them. Watch as your teenager transforms your living room into a performance art installation. Watch as your toddler teaches your dog to meditate. Watch as your adult child moves to Bali to teach AI ethics to monkeys. Yes, really. Your role, not director, not manager, not savior. You are the curator of their wonder. And if you have no children, then your creativity becomes your offspring, your art, your inventions, your blogs, your podcasts, your community projects, your refusal to conform. Every bold idea you dare to publish, every strange hobby you embrace, every time you say, why not, instead of, that's impossible. That is your legacy. You are not raising children, you are birthing futures. Career and calling, when your work becomes your worship. From January to June, Jupiter reigns in your sixth house, the realm of daily routines, health and service. You'll be busy. Oh, so busy. You'll juggle side hustles, online courses, freelance gigs, and volunteer projects like a circus performer spinning plates while riding a unicycle on a tightrope. But here's the secret. This is not burnout. This is alignment. Every task, however mundane, is a stepping stone. Learning Excel, it's preparation for your non-profit's data dashboard. Taking yoga classes, it's building the inner stillness you'll need to lead your global retreat. Writing emails to strangers, that's how you'll find your future collaborator. Then on June 30th, Jupiter sails into your seventh house, and everything changes. Suddenly, your network expands exponentially. People who never noticed you before are now sending LinkedIn messages. Former classmates reach out to propose joint ventures. Strangers at coffee shops offer to fund your documentary on sentient squirrels. You no longer chase opportunities, they chase you. And if you felt trapped in a career that drains your soul, this is your liberation. Uranus in your fifth house whispers, do what terrifies you. Jupiter in your seventh shouts, the world is waiting. Launch the podcast, quit the corporate job, open the studio, write the book, start the school, build the sanctuary. Your profession is no longer your job, it is your prayer. Health. The body remembers what the mind forgets. Until August 18th, the North Node lingers in your second house, reminding you your body is your first temple. You'll feel drawn to movement, not as punishment, but as poetry. Swimming in icy lakes, dancing in abandoned warehouses, walking barefoot on dew-drenched grass. You'll discover that your immune system responds less to pills and more to joy. When you laugh loudly at midnight with your best friend, your T-cells cheer. When you finally forgive that person who hurt you, your cortisol levels plummet. When you eat food that tastes like sunshine and not guilt, your gut sighs in relief. And yes, you may still get sick, but now you won't panic. You'll whisper to your fever, thank you for protecting me. Now rest. You'll stop ignoring symptoms. You'll start listening. Your body is not a machine to be fixed. It is a language to be decoded. And if you've spent years feeling like a guest in your own skin, 2026 is the year you move in permanently. Home and hearth, where you finally feel like you belong. For 7 years, Uranus stirred your fourth house like a pot of bubbling witch's brew. You moved 3 times, you renovated, then regretted. You bought furniture you didn't love. You argued with landlords. You questioned whether home was a place or just a state of mind. Now, he leaves. And in his wake, you find not just stability, but sanctuary. Your home is no longer a transaction, it is a reflection of your soul. Maybe you buy the cottage with the crooked chimney and the wild garden. Maybe you turn your apartment into a gallery of your dreams, walls painted with constellations, shelves filled with artifacts from places you've never been but feel deeply connected to. You stop renting, you start belonging, and if you're not ready to settle, then your home becomes your journey, travel becomes ritual. Road trips become pilgrimages, Airbnb stays become chapters in your memoir. You don't need 4 walls to feel rooted, you need resonance, and 2026 gives you both. The cosmic calendar, a year painted in lightning. Here is your celestial summary of 2026. January 3rd, full moon in Cancer. Your achievements aren't measured in titles, but in tears shed over family photos. You realize your greatest victory is the peace you found within your lineage. February 17th, solar eclipse in Aquarius, the day everything changed. You woke up different, you didn't know how yet, but you knew. Nothing would ever be the same. March 3rd, lunar eclipse in Virgo. You release old debts, emotional, financial, karmic. You close the chapter on a friendship that once saved you, but now suffocated you. April 26th, Uranus enters Leo. The revolution begins. Your creativity becomes your currency. May 22nd, Sun-Uranus conjunction in Leo. You choose your path, not the safe one, not the expected one, the one that makes your soul sing. June 30th, Jupiter enters Libra. The world opens its arms. Opportunities bloom like desert flowers after rain. August 18th, the axis shifts. North node in Aquarius, south node in Leo. You are no longer defined by what you give to others, you are defined by what you give to yourself. October 3rd, Mars opposes Pluto. A battle of wills. With whom? With the part of you that still fears being seen. November 16th, Jupiter meets the south node. All the effort, all the pain, all the late nights and early mornings, they converge. You receive what you've earned, not as a gift, as a birthright. December 9th, new moon in Sagittarius. You plan your next great adventure, not because you're running away, but because you're running toward. December 24th, full moon in Cancer. You sit in your home, warm and safe, surrounded by those who chose you. You look around and whisper, "This is mine, all of it." The gift of being unapologetically you. 2026 is not a year of comfort, it is a year of courage. It asks you to shed the costume of reasonable adult and step into the truth of wild, brilliant, irreverent soul. It asks you to stop asking, will they approve? And start asking, do I approve of myself? You are not here to please, you are here to provoke, to inspire, to disrupt. The world doesn't need another copycat, it needs you. The poet who writes in code, the scientist who speaks to trees, the parent who lets their child wear a cape to school, the entrepreneur who sells handmade candles shaped like black holes. This is your year, so rise, not quietly, not politely, but with glitter in your eyes, a song on your lips, and the audacity to believe, truly believe, that you were born to change the world. And darling, you already are.
And that's a wrap, my starry-eyed friends. Remember, the universe sends whispers, not shouts, so tune in and trust the process. If you enjoyed this episode, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more astro insights, and leave a comment to share your thoughts. Until next time, stay curious, stay magical, and keep shining like the star you are. Meow off.